Hey, what's up, guys? This is part 8 of Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom. So right now, I mentioned about getting this object from this guy here, and it's actually quite important, but not necessary, but definitely going to help in my travels. This 25,000 figurine, I have to get identified before I can use it. And what it does, it casts a free dump back. And what I mean by free dump back is that it doesn't expend any charges. I can use it over and over. Quite necessary later on when you get into some quite tough mazes. And what I could do is go inside the city and identify it, but that's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm going to try to get my, well, you can see there, not so lucky wizard to help it identify it for me. And right now I'm not doing a good job. I suppose you might be able to be a little bit higher level to identify it, and that's the reason why I didn't get it earlier, because, well, I had other places to spend my cash, which I'll probably have to go spend a lot more later on. Don't touch it, just identify it. So this particular part 8, I'm going to be doing a lot of things here. And I couldn't do it before because I don't got the equipment, so I gave up on it as of right now. So I might try to identify it later. Of course, we'll have to identify it later. So what I mean later, I mean right now. So it's called the Holy Talisman, and I don't have to equip it. Actually, you shouldn't equip it. You just have to hit select on the control pad and use an item. It is quite a nuisance to it, but it's the only way to use the item in the game. So let's continue to the second level. So right now I jumped to level 2, and whoa, so apparently gypsies should put some clothes on. This is definitely a picture that definitely won't be released for the North America version anyway. I believe she was much better clothed anyway. This is something I'd like to show you between the Japanese version and, of course, the North America version. But there's also a very important, there's actually a couple places that I need to go here. First off, there was a chest I couldn't get before because there was this nagging ghost who takes away the chest. But I do have something that might help. I didn't do it earlier, but I can do it now. Just trying to find where the bloody the door is. Yeah, find the tomb to find the loon, the blah blah loon, la la loon. To be cryptic, and there it is right here. Don't find jewels. Some of these birds said be gone. But as soon as you see a message, you're going to use the item. And remember that sky or ghost away item that I have? Well, I think it's time to use that. Comes the sound of a special scream. And that item is the jewel Scepter, which I'm going to have to use later on. I should be able to identify it right now. The staff's worth nothing, so there's no sense in keeping it. And again, there's no point equipping it. Just have it in my bag there, acting pretty. Again, I'll be using the jewel scepter later on. It is necessary to complete the game. Now, at the bottom half of level 2, I might have told you there was a door that I couldn't open. Now I can open it with the hacksaw, and it's the only place you use the hacksaw. And if you come down here again, you have to use the hacksaw on the door. And these creatures here, they're just good XP. They don't bother me much anymore. So I'm using a multi-hit spell, which should kill them. Yeah. They're pretty good experience not later in the game, but early in the game. So if you do find a pack of bats, kill them. Because I believe they don't poison you. They're just there just to give you XP. Holy Basher. That's actually a higher form of the mace. I'm gonna give that to my cleric. Sadly, it's probably one of the best items for the cleric if you decide to get one of the maces at the end game. And you see that's the Holy Talisman does. So I pretty much went almost everywhere in level 2 now. You gotta love the dark. Here, I didn't go downstairs yet. There's somebody I have to meet, and that's the Duck of Sparks. I met him before, but I didn't have enough money to buy anything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him the rubber duck. Of course, ducks go together, fly together. Now he's talking about a thief named Snatch. Now I'm probably going to meet Snatch a little later. You don't have to, but it gives you more information about what to do and where to go. And he gives me a very peculiar wand, and that's actually an endgame item. You need that to bypass certain doors. And he buys crap. So you actually have to meet the Duck of Sparks. Now, because I gave him the rubber duck, I'm going to have to go back to level 3 to meet the foot monster and buy another duck, because you're not out of the woods yet regarding about diving in ponds. There's a few stuff that I still need. And you probably noticed there why my wizard is asleep, because the pond in there, it not only is a healing pod, but it makes you go to sleep. It's only, I think, 3 deep, I recall. So right now, I cannot dive to any ponds, otherwise I'll drown. So not only that, you probably noticed that, yeah, at this point in time, you need to get a lot of money. You have to have money to receive throughout the game here. So right now I'm back at level 3. I'm meeting Stump's top monster, and let you know, my videos, the sequence is actually kind of erratic. You pretty much go any sequence that you want. You just need the main items. You don't have to go everywhere and meet everyone. You just need to go after the key items. And here you have to buy the rubber duck twice. Or actually, you can probably just buy it once. But you definitely need the money. So I got why not. You can actually fight the Stomper, but why would you? He's actually a nice guy there. He's just been cursed by a very angry person there, I should say. And these guys here, the Scuffles, they just like to steal. And the Dragon's the Wyvern, which I'm very familiar with on the first Wizardry. They just like to poison, that's all. So right now, I'm actually at the northern end of level 3. And there's something I forgot to do before. Remember that little machine that I saw earlier in this area here? Well, I actually had an item. It's called the Black Cube. The Black Cube is actually the battery, as I mentioned. And the battery actually goes here. So I'm actually going to use the battery, and we'll see what it does. And once you use the battery, you don't need it anymore. Now there's some people, I think there's a person in this maze that actually tell you what to do for the sequence, but I already knew the sequence. Thank God. And I get a valuable item. What could it be? Dun, 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 dun. And you don't need the battery anymore. It's only good for once. And that's pretty much it. But I'm not exactly done this particular area yet. Now this little bugger, he doesn't do nothing. You can't buy from him, he just smiles there with his gold teeth there. Can't steal from him, but he'll try to steal something from you and then take off. You could either kill him, or you use the jewel Scepter. It really doesn't matter anyway, so long as you use this Scepter in this particular room. He doesn't drop anything. Yeah, it's just a scroll. I just noticed here that the enemies, or actually the wizards type in this game here, they only drop scrolls or potions. They don't drop anything else. Sometimes they may drop amulets or something that's mage related, but not swords or heavy armor, that sort of thing. Kind of neat, kind of frustrating though. Now, if I defeat these 3 golems, they're actually going to give me quite a bit of experience. Yep, 3,000. Of course, the door is locked because it won't let me go through, but if I use that, it lets me go through. And I also got another important item, which is also used in this level here. But before I do that, I gotta fight some bosses. The Toga Llamas, they are actually quite tough because they can cast spells, and that's not good. Of course, the Wing King can also cast spells too, so which is more deadly, the Llamas or the Wing King? No, that's not good. Yeah, a lot of enemies in this game here cast the Batty spell. What that does is it gives the character a heart attack. A chance to give a character a heart attack. So if you got any equipment there that is magic resistant, that will greatly help. Of course, you can't use the spell on non-living things. So, yeah. And yeah, you have to equip the Jewel Scepter before you can use it. So, yeah, sure, why not? So I forgot to save it after I got rid of that guy. Again, it's no big deal. I just might have to save it before I enter the little door there. Now, just go ahead myself there. This particular, the incense is actually a blue candle. And you take the blue candle, southern of the maze, and that will take you to a set of stairs, which leads downward. Emerald ropes. That's probably, yeah. Oracle. That's a weak multi-spell for clerics. Oh, I don't want to be charmed. Yeah, let's start over. Let's see the 3rd time around. This is something you're going to face a lot during your run on this game here. This is what I call a mini-boss, and you're going to fight a lot of mini-bosses from this point out. So this is where levels and equipment come handy. Good. I should be able to take them out now. I should be able to take it. There we go. Trap, towel stick, and a few other junk. I pretty much got the best equipment right now because I went down a level below and pretty much got the night stuff. So even before I can use the blue candle, I have to identify it because I have to use it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the locket. Ooh. Maddie. If you don't know what that is, that's actually an all healing spell. I should probably identify the wand. Yeah, it's called Monkey Wand. Sure, go for it. Should be able to defy it now. Yep, blue candle. And you probably notice I'm not dropping them, I'm actually transferring them to other characters. Black Blade. Black Blade. Is that a cursed item? I'll find out later. I think it's not as good as my weapons I have for my fighters as well as my thief. Oh yes, yeah, the pocket watch. The pocket watch is vital. I don't think I told you where I got the pocket watch. The pocket watch is found when you use the battery. It pops out, and you need the pocket watch to summon someone, which will come clear later on. And it's only, you can only use it once. It will still be there in your inventory, but you don't need any more once you used it. Just like a good chunk of items in the game. Alright, so before I let you go, this is my route that will take me to a different section. I'm going ahead and straight down, and because I have the blue candle, no reference to the Zelda blue candle, it will bypass a little wall, which will downstairs, and we get to the most fun stuff of Wizardry. A couple mazes, some tough creatures, if you want, may say, and we will finally get use some of those items that we found during our journey, and hopefully it will work out. So I'm going to make that video a little bit separate, a lot more information I need to tell you guys. So here's where I use the blue candle. Well, that's it, guys. I mentioned before, there will be a little maze coming up. Mazes. So this ends part 8, and I'll see you in part 9. See you next time, and thank you for watching. This way to loot. You betcha.